Welcome back to the Criminal Claws Show. We are on episode 5 for the Spooky Set series. We're doing Killer Clowns today. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. We are on week 5 for the Spooky Set series. And if you don't know, I started the Spooky Set series back in November. I started really early, right? And then I ended up joining this Halloween Spotlight collab. And it just followed along with the Spooky Set series anyways. So I joined the collab for these Halloween challenges. And yeah, so we're on episode 5 for the Spooky Set series, and we're on week 3 for those challenges here in October. So that means that this is the third challenge. There's only 1 week left. And the ladies, they ended up choosing Killer Clowns. All the ladies are super excited to be doing this set. And if you want to see what everybody's doing, you guys can go down to the description box and check out all these lovely ladies, see what they chose to do for Killer Clown theme. And yeah, Jen and Sheena, they're the ones that chose this theme. Thank you guys. You made my dreams come true. And yeah, we're going to get into these lovely ladies, Jen and Sheena. I'm going to be talking to you guys about them later on in the video. We're going to be doing some fun clown facts. And yeah, we're going to keep it pretty light today. If you are new here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit that like button and comment down below. What do you think about Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Have you watched it? It's from the 80s. It's a cheeseball flick. Have you watched it? This set is so cute. I love Jumbo. He's like the strong silent type. So sexy. I did Shorty's ray gun, and then I did the tent, and I did it on like the hinge thing. So it's a secret door, and then when you open it, it shows like the cotton candy cocoon that holds the dead bodies. Yeah, let's get into this. So I already applied my nails. I did a Gel X dupe with full cover gel tips and some gel glue. I already shaped and filed and stuff. We're just going in with the nail art. All these nails are going to get covered, so it didn't matter. Like, I wasn't going to show the application of the nails because they're just getting covered. So I'm going in with this purple gel polish, and I'm realizing that my brush is not like it. If you know, you know, these bottle brushes do not even come close to the bottom. They like go halfway. So there's still a lot of gel in that bottle. And I'm just taking a nail art brush, dunking it in there, and then putting what I get on the nail. And I'm adding whatever I think is going to take to cover that nail completely. Once I get enough on the nail, I'm going in with the original brush from the bottle, and then I'm going to smooth it out and get a beautiful cuticle area, just making sure everything really looks nice. We're not leaving it like this. So listen, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown who killed over 33 young boys and men in the 70s, right? He was known as like Pogo the Clown locally. He did like venues and acts and stuff in the community as this Pogo the Clown. And he went on this serial killing spree, killing all these young boys and men. And he was found and put in prison, right? He was the infamous killer clown. But did you know that there was another killer clown? And she was a woman? So it took over 30 years to catch Sheila Keen Warren, but in 1990, her lover, Michael Warren, was married. Yeah, she was his assistant. And this woman got jealous, so she went and bought a clown costume, showed up at his wife's door while he was out of town, shot and killed his wife, and then took off. And somehow they did not figure out who she was for over 30 years. There was like this hysteria in the time for mothers. They were so scared in Florida, scared that someone was going to show up at their door and shoot them. But it just ended up being this love thing, right? This fatal attraction. But yeah, there was a killer clown woman. That's crazy. It took me forever to find her. Anybody only wants to talk about John Wayne Gacy. So here are these diabolical hinges, these stupid little hinges, and I'm only showing you the way that worked for me. I tried this 5 or 6 times and it was a flop every time. So how I ended up getting it to work was that I applied the acrylic. This sounds so simple, like duh, Sierra. No, I was like trying to apply the acrylic on the full cover tip first and apply the hinge. I was trying to apply it under my nail, trying to figure out like, no, this is the way to do it if you're going to apply a hinge. Okay, so I already sculpted out the nail, already painted it. I am just applying acrylic on that side of my built nail. And then I'm going to put the hinge down into it, the face, one of the faces of the hinge. And I am just going to let it sit there until it doesn't move so I can clean up all the acrylic that smushes out around that area. And then I'm going to go in and I am going to encapsulate it with this tiny little wet bead, making sure that it doesn't get into the actual hinge, because you're going to get stuck digging acrylic out of that hinge to get it to still work like I did. But yeah, and then once it is in place, I'm going in and I am judging where that full cover tip looks the best on my nail. And then I'm going to, the area it hits the hinge at the same time, that is where I'm going to apply my acrylic bead. So here we're going to talk about Jen and Sheena, the ladies who chose this killer clown theme. First up, we have Jen. Jen is, oh man, she's from Louisiana and her accent is just adorable. If you guys go to her channel, you're going to get to listen to this adorable accent. And her nails are so cute. I love the sets that she does. She does such cute sets and she does them like professionally. That was her YouTube and here is her Instagram. And here are some of the sets that she does. Aren't these beautiful? And she takes clients. Like, she has such a cute little life and she shares her children. Her children are so beautiful. I believe she even has a daughter in college. And she just shows you everything about her. And it's just precious. It really is. Like, you can tell her, she just comes through on her social media, showing you her life and her loves and just all of it. And I love it. I love it for her. I love her. She is the sweetest person. She's hilarious though. She really is hilarious. You gotta go check out some of her content. She will have you laughing. And next up is Little Miss Sheena, or Nail Addict Shay. Listen, this girl is one of my besties and I love her to death. She has a channel chocked full of stuff. You guys, if you guys love the lazy girl method, if you love acrylic, if you love polygel, she does it all. And she will show you how she does it. Here is her Instagram showing off all the sets that she has done. Everything, like she gives you tutorials on how to do the designs that she's done. And she really has some beautiful designs that I have been in love with for a long time. I love this Easter set. That Easter set came out beautiful. And for some reason, she is really good at doing plaid nails. Like, her plaid is just a whole nother level of plaid. Now, she hates doing hand-drawn nail art, but look at this. When she has really showed out on it, especially for these challenges. So definitely go check them out. Okay, you guys, go check them out. So, all right, so far we have made the mallet and we used clear poison putty to roll out to do that. And then I cured it and I went in with some white and red gel paints just to paint it. And we're going to leave it there while we're doing this door. This door overhung on my nail a little bit on my finger, on the skin. So I just trimmed around that cuticle area to make it look more believable. If you're looking at it from a certain angle, it almost looks like an actual just nail. So I did good on that area, right? And then you open it and you're surprised. So I went in and I trimmed it and now we're just going in. I painted the nail yellow with some Beetles gel polish and I'm going in with our yellow and red poison putty. I'm rolling it out because I'm going to twist these two together to create that area where the roof of the circus tent meets the sides, like the walls, the structure of it. If you know what I mean. Like, the circus tent has like these frillies that go around the roof area. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing those frillies. So I didn't know this, but I guess female clowns are actually called clownettes. So that woman killer clown should have been called the killer clownette. That would have been so cool. That would have been a great headline. Killer clownette on the loose. Never mind. It sounded different when I said it out loud. So here we're just applying that twisted little piece and we're going to go in with some Beetles red gel polish. Now, this gel polish is very thin and it's not very pigmented. It's more of like a stiletto red bottom red, but it kind of is a sheer version. So I'm taking it and it's making it look like the Ronald McDonald house, the circus tent, the McDonald's colors. It looks very cheap like this. So what I'm gonna do to avoid that cheapness look, I'm actually gonna go in and outline those lines with a darker red, right? It's gonna make it look better. But first, we have to get through these lines, and then I'm going to create like this background. I'm gonna do black everywhere on the top that isn't the tent, so it makes it look like it gives that illusion that it is like the roof of the tent, like the roof of the tent is coming in, if that makes sense. I just wanted to give it that little illusion look, if that makes sense, that there isn't those nails on the side, that nail on the side. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. I gotta shut up. So see, look, this looks like the sky or the background, right? So it's giving that illusion. If you hold the nail in a certain way, if I like pose my fingers in a certain way, you won't see that purple underneath on the actual sculpted nail. And this will actually look like the nail that is supposed to be there until I open that door. That's what I'm going for. An illusion. Like this needs to look like it is the actual nail. And it works. It works. I did it. I did it. Wait till you see the final results and you tell me, like, I think I got it. Now we're going in. I actually mixed some of this black with clear base coat to create a thinner black, a watery black, so it would look like a shadow. I want this guy to look like he is on the inside of the tent, but so it's just casting his shadow towards the outside and you're seeing it from the outside, right? Yeah. And then we're going to go in, we're going to matte top coat this first, and then we're going to give him a little balloon. So did you know that there's 4 types of clowns? Here we're going in and we're going to matte top coat everything like I said, and then we're going to go in and give him a little balloon. Yeah. So, oh wait, I did these NFC lights, but I never got to get the video of them flashing because I went to my daughter's preschool and I accidentally broke the ray gun before I finished it. So I just called that the end of the set, and I forgot all about the NFC lights. Yeah, I broke the gun before I got to finish the set. So I was like, you know what? Good thing I got videos of this like this because, yeah, it was demolished and I didn't have time to go back and fix it. So there's 4 types of clowns. There's the white face clown, the Augusta clown, and then the character clown, and then the hobo or the tramp clown. Now, I have a hobo clown. He's like a little ceramic clown. His face is ceramic, but his body is like soft and like beanbag style. It's really old. He's probably worth a lot of money by now, but I don't know where he's at this point. I lost him a long time ago, and I kind of miss him now that I'm doing this video. So after going in and adding that shadow guy, I realized how cheap everything was looking. So that's why I decided to go in with those red lines also. I think it brought, it kind of brought it up one level at least. I hate yellow and red together. It just reminds me of cheap McDonald's colors. I hate it. Hate it. But that's what color the circus tent is in the movie. Now we're going in and we're creating the cocoon, and all I'm doing is I drew out the blue hook that it hangs from, and then I'm going in with some pink gel paint and I am doing the shape of the cocoon, and I'm going to create these little fine hairs. Look, it's going to look like they're little hairs coming out from the sides. And then I'm going in with our baby pink poison putty, and I am just going to fill that in and like dig down into it, creating a lot of like little divots and stuff so that it looks like cotton candy, if that makes sense. And yeah, the reason that I did the gel polish beneath it was because I'm keeping this very thin. I want that door to be able to shut. It cannot be big or the door will not shut. Now, we're going to do everything that is in the movie. The movie has like this black and yellow thing that it attaches itself to the hook. Why are circus colors so gaudy and gross? I would never choose these colors in real life, but it's a circus. Circus colors are just weird. And then we're going to go in and we are going to create the hook also. I drew out the hook and I wasn't going to do this, but then I realized like it kind of looked weird having a flat hook and a 3D cocoon. So I decided to just go in with the light blue poison putty and create the hook. Yeah, this is where we're at now. Have you guys watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space? I have. There's a couple of them. And like, listen, they're from the 80s and they're low budget films. It's the cheesiest movie you will ever watch. So if you go into it knowing that this is a cheeseball flick, maybe you won't mind it so much. You gotta try it. It really is worth it. It's hilarious. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I watched it when I was younger and I loved it. And then I watched it when I was older and I was like, what was I thinking? What was so great about this movie? It's like, oh God, I cringed. I cringed at my younger self. So here we're going in and we're creating a spiral. This is one of those hypnotic looking spirals. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be a perfect circle spiral. This is supposed to be kind of like garish looking, right? It's not supposed to be perfect. We're gonna go in, I cure this, and then I go in over top of it with a neon green gel polish. And the white is what makes that neon green pop. It really makes it pop and makes it look like it's coming up off the nail. And once I'm done with this, we're gonna go in and we are gonna matte top coat everything except the 3D nail art. Now, some of the nail art is going to end up getting a shiny top coat and some of it is just going to stay matte the way that it cured. You're going to see what the plans are. But I am going to matte top coat all of the spiral nails and the purple pinky. So do you guys remember like a couple years ago, right? There was this hysteria about clowns. People were saying that they were seeing them on the sides of the roads and that they were like just jumping at people, scaring people. Like there'd be like 5 clowns in a row and they would like jump and scare people. They were dragging people off the road, that people were supposed to be going disappearing. Like they were all these like weird things surrounding these clown sightings, and they were supposed to be all across the United States. And then like it ended up coming out, like I don't know if you guys ever heard the ending of that story, right? Because people were scared. People were thinking like these clowns were just walking around attacking people all over the United States. Like it was supposed to be this coordinated effort of these clowns online, that there must have been some chat, and it was people all across the US dressing up as clowns going out attacking people. Listen, it actually started at Penn State. There was just a clown sighting, and these kids went running downtown looking for this clown, and they were like screaming, F that clown, F that clown. They actually ended up having like a Penn State riot over these clown sightings, right? There was never any clowns. There might have been some on social media, people kind of keeping it going, but there were never any intentionally hurting people clowns ever. Like the cops looked into it. Literally, they never found anything. This was just a social media scare. It was just people, somebody said they saw a clown and that it was like scaring people and jumping at people. And then it just snowballed into this thing where, oh God, these clown sightings are all over the US. Oh God, they're at Penn State. Oh no, these students, they're like running downtown looking for these clowns. It was never real. I don't know if like my news network never stated that it wasn't real. It just went away, right? We heard about these clown sightings, that they were these dangerous clowns all over the United States, and to beware, if you saw a clown, just go the other way. Then it was just gone. There was nothing else ever said about it. Maybe on like the late night news network, it could have been said, but not on prime time. So I never figured out. Well, now I did. It was all fake. There was never any clown scares. It was just mass hysteria online. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, it was like in 2016. They said like clowns were standing on the sides of the road, and you could like see people in on their social media. They would dress up as clowns and like stand on the side of the road. It would just perpetuate this idea that there were these killer clowns out there and there wasn't. There was never these killer clowns. So, all right, now we are creating Jumbo. I just did his outline of his face and then colored it all in white. Now I went in with our poison apple red poison putty, and I'm creating his hair. And then we're gonna go in with some purple gel paint, right? Oh wait, I create his nose and I cure that. And then we're gonna go in with, sorry, my vape is showing, my bad. I quit smoking. A couple years ago, I quit smoking, right? And how I quit smoking was to start vaping. And for people who say vaping's just as bad as smoking, it's not. There's no strychnine in vapes. There's no rat poison. There is the flavoring and the nicotine. And yeah, there might be a lot of chemicals that they use to come up with the flavor that you taste when you hit the vape. But those, like, cigarettes literally have like over 1,000 cancer-causing agents in them. Vapes don't have all that, right? It has the nicotine, which is addictive, and then the flavors that you are tasting. That is what they have. They are not safe. No, they are addictive. Yes, they have nicotine, but they are better for you than cigarettes. I instantly realized that when I started doing vapes, it only took me a month to realize that I could walk up steps without being out of breath, that I could take way deeper breaths. I could hold my breath for way longer, and that my chest wasn't constantly feeling like I had an elephant sitting on it. It felt 100 times better. And now, recently, I've been thinking, I think I want to quit vaping. It helped me quit smoking, but I feel like I'm past this stage of wanting that nicotine. I think I could do without it. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated on my quitting nicotine altogether story. So, we went in and we just did his eyes, the shape of his eyes in purple, the shape of the mouth in purple, leaving the area for the teeth. Just left that out because it's already white under that. I went in with some black gel paint and lined out the teeth. And yeah, we're just going in with a dry brush of black. I had black on this tiny cutie patootie art brush. And I wiped most of the black off. And I just dry brushed some wrinkles for his face. And then now I loaded up my brush. I added some lines in his hair. I'm outlining his face. And yeah, I'm going to go in with a white dot for his eyes. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny blue dot for the color of his eyes. And then a tiny black dot for the iris. I'm keeping the eyes simple. It's really hard to draw a perfect circle. So I just use a dotting tool and not here the eyes are super tiny, so I'm just using the tip of this tiny art brush. I'm going to load it with white gel paint, just dot it there and kind of create the right size dot so I can still dot in blue for the iris and then black for the pupil, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're just going in, we outlined everything in black gel paint, and here is the eyeball. And then we're going to go in with our little pupil and then our little eye, or no, this is the iris and then our pupil. Yeah, isn't he handsome? It's kind of sexy. I love him. I love Jumbo. Yeah, he's a strong silent type. This is my type of man. So I'm going in and I am top coating him shiny. Everything, I want him to be shiny. And I want it to be thick because the nail itself is matte. And I kind of want him to look like he is, the nose is 3D and the hair is 3D, right? So his face needs to sit back a little bit from that, but I still want it to be raised up a little bit from the nail itself. So that's why I'm doing him shiny. And then we're going to go in and we're going to do his little thrilly collar. So did you know colorophobia is the fear of clowns? Yeah. I'm not scared of clowns. They're cringe. Clowns are cringe. They're kind of ugh, but I'm not scared of them. But yeah, colorophobia is the fear of clowns, and it's present amongst equally. It's present amongst adults and children. Like, adults are scared of this crap too. And scientists think it's just because the unpredictability of clowns. Like, their makeup is off-putting, but their actions are very unpredictable. They could jump at you, They could do anything. And that's what clowns do. So that's kind of where the fear comes from. Not only are they creepy looking, but their actions can be very creepy also. So for these frillies, right? These frillies, they are not cured. I did not cure that pink. All I'm doing is I am taking this flat art brush and I am pushing up in one area and pushing down in the next. Up and then down across the spans of the nail to create that ribbed look. And that's all I'm looking for is that ribbed frilly look. So just push up one area, then down in the next. Up, down, and you're going to get that ribbed look. So I actually end up going in with the same colors, the blue, pink, and white poison putty to create the ray gun. And the ray gun is from Shorty, the little clown Shorty, right? He's the one that has the ray gun. And my plan was to do the ray gun in 3D, but I wanted to like shadow it and like do some blood drips off of it and stuff. But like I said earlier, I got to the point in the set where it was time to take my daughter to preschool. And I had to stop, and I was really trying to be super careful with this set. I took a video of it while I was in my car because I was sending it to a friend to like be like, look at what I'm doing. And thank God I took that video because I go to get out of my car to get my daughter out, and freaking the ray gun broke. Literally smashed to pieces. I forgot that I only flash cured it. I never fully cured it. So it was only a flash cure, and all it took was for something to bump it, and it literally just like crunched in. The outside was like kind of like coarse and hard, but the inside was still mushy. And yeah, I totally destroyed the ray gun. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to rebuild this ray gun. I'm about to have to leave for work. I'm out of time. So I just left the set where it was, and this is what we have. We have this cute little ray gun, and I mean, the set is still fire. I still love this set. This set is cute, but it would have been even cuter if I could have added some more detail with gel polish or gel paint to the ray gun. Yeah, it would have been cuter, I feel like. But I still love it, and I still love Jumbo. He's so handsome. All right, you guys, this is the end of the video. I love you. I will see you in the next video. This upcoming weekend, we will be dropping our last challenge video in our 6th episode of Spooky Set series. Bye. Love you.